Welcome to Manufacturing Tech Australia.
Trevor and Mark, welcome to Manufacturing Tech Australia, and thanks for coming on the show.
Nice to see you.
You too.
Thanks.
Yeah, Mark, you've come all the way in from the US.
I have.
You get plenty of sleep last night?
I did. Yeah, it was great. It's a great trip.
Yeah.
This is my fourth time.
Yeah. Okay.
So yeah, it's great to be here in Brisbane for the
Excellent.
show.
Yeah, first time in Brisbane, Manufacturing Week this year.
Yeah.
What do you think of the show so far?
It's awesome.
Well,
Traction busy?
yeah, and today seems to be a little bit busier too. There seems to be lots of school kids coming through and people from TAFEs and different education things as well, different crowds. So
Yeah. Exactly.
Excellent. Well, why don't you guys tell us a little bit about PFM Works and what you guys do?
Sure. So Lily Works and the folks here at Lily Works created several different ERP systems. We're literally surrounded by manufacturing ERP systems here.
Totally.
And my dad in particular and our family, the folks behind this software, created ProfitKey way back in the 1980s. Actually, ECI actually bought it about a year ago. We long since divested.
Yeah.
And then Infor actually bought Visual Manufacturing, which my family and the team here also designed and created back in the 90s. One of the main reasons I mention this is because both of those tools, much like every ERP here, still has traditional finite scheduling embedded in it.
Yeah.
And that's why folks come up to us looking for help with scheduling.
Gotcha.
Because when we ask them invariably what system are they using, could be any one of these ERPs, one of ours. And then we ask them, really, how are you managing production? 9 times out of 10, the answer is spreadsheets.
I thought you were going to say that, yeah.
Or manual methods.
I'm still seeing that as well in some of the stuff we're doing. Spreadsheets is like the Bible. It's the source of truth, right?
Exactly.
It's the only place you can extract all that data out into to look at.
That's right. Yeah. And the folks just struggle with trying to figure out and understand what they should be working on, even just today or this week. And while it's helpful in that regard, it's very limited, of course. It's not very time-consuming having to maintain all those spreadsheets, but it's very limited in terms of the visibility you can see, especially into the future.
Yeah.
And it's for this reason we came up with an entirely different approach to managing production. And under that umbrella of managing production, I mean scheduling, planning, execution, even material visibility and availability. So that's key.
Okay. And I guess because things are more chaotic now, right? There's you never know when your parts are going to turn up, if they're going to turn up, if your lead time's going to blow out to 12 weeks, 12 months.
Exactly. And if you look at when all these scheduling systems were developed back in like the 70s, 80s, it was a much more standardized environment.
Yeah.
You had more standardized products. Now everyone wants a unique product. It's engineered and designed specifically for each person. And those systems weren't developed to deal with that. They want everything to be perfect. Like if it says it rocks up today, it has to rock up today, or everything that's been done just goes out the window.
Yeah,
and that's the main reason why you go, okay, well, let's go do an Excel, because it knows what's going on. The system doesn't.
Yeah.
So this new dynamic production method that's being developed really deals with all that uncertainty, because we're anticipating that's going to happen.
Right.
Where the traditional approach says, no, it's here today.
Right. How are you getting that data into the system?
That's a good question, because like Mark was saying, they developed this other solution, and people really liked what they were talking about and doing, and they didn't want to replace their ERP system.
Yeah.
It's a costly and expensive exercise. So they developed this integration platform. So it goes in and pulls out the data that we need to replace that functionality.
Yeah.
And the good thing about it is, it's a much cheaper approach, because if people you can see it a lot too, people are upset with their ERP system and they want to go and replace it with something else.
Yeah.
But what they're doing is replacing it with exactly the same model.
Yeah.
And they spend a few $100,000 for the same result.
Yeah.
So this is it's changing the ball game. It's a different way of doing things. So now they can keep all that investment, because the order entry works fine, the accounting, the inventory, even the basic routings to a lot of things are all fine.
Yeah.
It's just how you use that information to manage production where it falls apart.
Yeah, right.
So this is a way to bridge that gap.
In the traditional model, what you're doing is you're taking the data that you have and you're running the scheduling program, right, to come up with a plan, the big, beautiful Gantt-chart, if you will, right? And then they take that Gantt chart and they kind of throw it across the wall to production and say, here, go execute it. And more often than not, the production folks go, how do you come up with these priorities? That's a lot different than when we talked about in the production meeting this morning.
And where are all those parts that are supposed to be there for that?
That's the material part.
Yeah.
Exactly. And then not only, so even if it's closed, what happens? Well, customer calls and changes the due date. Material doesn't show up, to your point.
People don't show up.
People don't show up. And whatever plan you had is null and void. You feel like you have to go rerun that scheduling program.
Yeah.
And it's a never-ending cycle. So what we've done instead is we take the information they have today already in their ERP, the work orders, their routings, whatever times they have on it, the material requirements, and bring that over in real time and show what they should be doing without having to run a scheduling program, what their priorities are right now, and do they have the material to do it.
Yeah.
Another piece of the information that we show is when they should introduce work into work in process.
Yeah.
What we often see is when folks don't have that visibility, and if I were a production manager, if I wasn't sure, I don't want to start any too late, so I'm going to start work early, maybe really early, right? So I'm covering my butt, so to speak. And then what happens is you have so much work in process that queue times get really, really long, priorities are confused, and flow from a manufacturing process perspective just comes to a standstill.
So you'd have parts just standing there waiting, you got a pile over here waiting to get done.
That's it. The wait times just get astronomical.
Yeah.
So you need a method, a method that folks can understand that's simple enough that shows the right time to start all hundreds of their work orders. And then you have a method to control how much and when you're introducing to work in process.
Right.
So whatever is in WIP has its best opportunity to flow as quickly as possible throughout its processes. And that's really, really important.
Nice. And I think it's probably hard to show here, but I had a look on your website and I can see beautiful like graphical, visualizations of where the production status is and what the next stages are. Is that part of it too? It just makes it so much easier to sort of visualize?
Absolutely, and also extends the functionality. Like some ERP systems will only support a single level BOM. We can take those different work orders needed and stitch it together to make a multi-level BOM and represent it visually. When it's visual too, you can see what's going on. You can picture tells 1,000 words. I can see this is done, this is not done, and what's going on with it. So it makes it a lot easier to kind of know what to do and how things are tracking, where they're up to. Doing the right things or the wrong things.
Yeah, cool. And I guess who's the sort of target customer for this? Is it anyone who's got this problem with like scheduling and inventory that is sort of, tied to the spreadsheets? Is it a certain industry that you're targeting, or?
It's anyone in discrete manufacturing, right? So typically anywhere from 4 or 5 million in revenues all the way up to 50 or 100 million. We have some divisions of billion-dollar corporations, but they're doing production. They have a set of production orders they're trying to manage. Could be anywhere from 20 or 30 or 2,000 to 3,000 production orders, right? And all the associated routings and everything that have to go through a shared number of resources. And that's where scheduling gets really, really tough. Also, the more high mix or custom the manufacturer is, the more they're going to be struggling with scheduling, the more we're going to be able to help them.
Yeah, okay. And I guess what are you seeing like globally at the moment? Obviously supply chains are all over the place with the instability in the world right now. What's the sort of trends you're seeing? Is it still those same things around that, the supply chain issues, the people issues, trying to get inventory?
It's variability. And that's one of the key factors as well. In the traditional model of scheduling, for example, take backward scheduling. What is that doing? Well, it's telling the system, let's plan to finish the last operation of every one of our work orders right on the due date. And when you think about it like that, you just mentioned all the different factors of it. Materials, people, machinery, all stuff happening. So we want some time protection there. We want a buffer, if you will, to make sure we're comfortable we're going to be able to get that work done on that order by the due date, not exactly right on it.
Yeah, just in time, totally out the window, right?
Exactly. So this is one of our key facets, and that also drives those, we call them buffer conversations we have during implementation, also drive when that right time is to start the work.
Because you can start too early, right?
Absolutely.
And then, like you said before.
And it slows down. So this is really gives us the right time to start.
Yeah.
And in more simple terms, traditionally we've always created a plan and gone and executed. But we've flipped that on its head. execute, and then we plan.
Right.
Because execution is independent of capacity. Here's my priorities. Whether I get them done or not is a different question.
Right.
So that's why we always, everyone's in every resource knows what they should be working on now and next.
Right.
And then to see the future here, that's when we're doing a simulation to see, well, am I actually going to get it done on time? Why not?
Yeah.
So it could be material that's affecting me, or it could be resource constraints, or a number of different things. But we can actually see where those problems are. And now we're proactive planning.
Yeah.
So a lot of time we do planning, like something's happened and how do we fix it?
Yeah.
Also then looking into the future in the next month or two, or even longer, going, well, look, we're going to have these problems here. What can we do now to avoid that?
Yeah.
So much more reactive.
It's kind of expecting.
Than reactive.
Expect the unexpected.
Yeah, exactly.
And is it updating in real time, sort of dynamically, so that you can continually see those changes?
The priorities do, yeah. So if somebody changes a due date in the ERP, for example, that flows over. It shifts what we call that execution plan, the due date, the buffer, the work that needs to be done. So now you have the same amount of work left to be done, but a lot less buffer. And those are the factors involved in our priority mechanism. Pops right to the top of the list dynamically in every department that still needs to go through without having to run a scheduling program.
I see.
And likewise, if a machine breaks down and things like that, and you don't get the jobs done, well, the downstream stuff knows of that as well. They kind of adjust. Because, otherwise, if it's all static, well, I'm supposed to be doing this at 3 o'clock. Well, if there's a problem here, I can't do it. And the guys start just choosing what makes sense and things like that. And it's not always the most important thing that should be worked on.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, it's funny you mentioned it.
Well, I certainly know a bunch of, especially small to medium manufacturers that are still running spreadsheets and would love to get their hands on something like this. So, I think there's certainly a gap in the market for it. So,
Stretch wrote a book on it as well to try, because we're selling a different idea. So we wrote a book called Never Late is Better.
Yeah.
On Amazon that kind of explains the model and the history, and just to try and get that little education. It's a different way of doing things. We don't have to continue the same old way and trying to get the most of it. Try something different, and the results kind of speak for themselves.
Excellent.
Because if you think about the traditional approach too, if I run the schedule and here's my work to list for the days, if the guys don't even follow that for the day, what chance does it have of predicting something that's going to finish in a week or a month's time?
Yeah.
It just gets worse. And we're really reflecting the way that manufacturers operate.
Yeah.
Like they do things in a particular way. We're really representing that through this simulation more so than forcing it to represent in a way that the ERP system wants, more so than how production actually manages production.
Yeah. Wow.
So that really just creates a better picture and hence the better results.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
We have a lot of pictures in the book as well. It's funny that recently we had a new customer come on board, and unbeknownst to us, they'd actually used ChatGPT to find us, and they found the book as well. He read the general manager of this fairly large company, actually 2 divisions, read the book. When we got together, he really because he already understood everything. Everything we just talked about in the book and more. Yeah. And we just had to do a presentation, an intro demo for his team, and they started implementing. Yeah. So it's been a great tool.
Excellent. Cool. Well, it's been awesome having you guys on the podcast. And safe travels back. Are you staying long?
Appreciate it. Just through the weekend.
Okay, fantastic.
Back Sunday. Yeah.
Cool.
Actually going to take advantage of the comedy show.
Oh, nice.
Here in Brisbane, the comedy festival.
Cool.
It's here the next few days.
Enjoy.
So look forward to that.
Well, I hope you enjoy Australia, and safe travels.
Thanks so
much for coming on the show.
Thanks,
Mark. Trevor.
Thanks, Paul.
Chat soon.
Thanks for tuning in to Manufacturing Tech Australia with Shane and Paul.